Okay, so very good afternoon, all of you. Uh, let's start with the subject. So this is your first lecture, right? And name of this subject is Machine Learning Essential. Name of this subject is Machine Learning Essential. Now, you people are already gone through various programs related to the machine learning, like Vodafone India AI program, AI Campus program. So you people have worked over there, and you might be partially aware with the concept of machine learning, that what is machine learning and what should be covered, and what should be learned, where we can apply it. So all these things we have discussed. Okay, let's start. What is the purpose of this subject? Okay, we will start with the objective. Why we are learning this subject? Okay, now your specialization branch in computer engineering is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, it is a very, very huge domain. Okay, artificial intelligence is a very huge domain. There are lots of techniques in artificial intelligence. Okay, lots of domain in artificial intelligence. So what is the purpose of this subject? Okay, so as usual, in previous semester also we had interactive session. So here also we will have interactive session. So let me ask you people that what is the need of artificial intelligence, or how you will define artificial intelligence? If someone asks you that what is artificial intelligence, then how you will define it? Yes, anyone? So don't be shy. Yes, anyone? Can anyone tell me?
Giving machines instructions or dominance to make its own decisions.
Okay.
So,
Yes,
uh,
yes.
ability of the machines to decide.
Okay. Decision power, decision making. Good, good. Yeah. So if you look at the formal definition of artificial intelligence, okay, then it is like, let's say, make a computer think like human being. Okay, make computer think like human being. So previously, what was the disadvantage of computer? Okay, computer cannot think by their own. Okay, computer cannot have feeling. Okay, so they cannot express any feelings. They cannot give you suggestion. They cannot take any decision. Okay, so all those things. There were the limitation of you can say computer. So the purpose of artificial intelligence is to train computer in such a way that it can express some decision. It will help us in taking some decision. Okay, then it can think like us. Okay, so all those things means we want to make a computer intelligent, intelligent in terms thought process. Okay, in such a way that it will help us in taking the various decisions. So the purpose of this subject, objective of this subject is to, let's say, to learn the various machine learning methods, then how maths is related to the machine learning, that also we will learn here, and algorithms which are used in machine learning. So all those things are part of, you can say, this subject, whatever we are going to learn. Now, AI is a big subject. There are various topics like natural language processing, then expert systems are there, then data mining means information retrieval or information mining is also there. So those kinds of things are there in artificial intelligence. Okay, one very most popular domain is data mining. Data mining means finding some useful information from the pool of the data. Okay, finding some useful information from the pool of data. Like let's say if we are having uh, data set from the supermarket, okay, directly that data doesn't make any sense. Okay, but if I will try to identify some pattern into that data, okay, that this kind of pattern is occurring there in data set, or this is happening in you can say observation. So all those things are there, but not it is not directly visible. Okay, it is not directly visible. It is invisible. It is not directly visible, but it is invisible. So how we can uh, use, how we can find some useful information. So the purpose of this subject, purpose of that domain, data mining, was to find out some useful information from existing data. Okay, now there is one area in artificial intelligence. It is known as expert system. Okay, so what is the role of expert system? Expert system will help you in decision making scenario. Okay, so the space or the problem where you need to take some decision. So in that case, expert system will be very helpful. It will help you. Okay, but that is a common understanding that anybody or any entity cannot be expert. Okay, so for that we have to provide them lots of training. We have to provide them lots of training, and by gaining some useful information from that training, okay, we will have some decision making power, and in future that system will give us suggestion. Now, what is the problem with the normal scenario? In normal scenario, what will happen? That whenever an expert is there, okay, now that person is having expertise in taking a particular decision. Now, if that person will leave the organization or leave the means any company or job, okay, so the expertise of that person will also leave the organization. Now, what is the purpose of this system? Purpose of this system, expert system, is to train them in such a way that whether any person is leaving the organization or company, okay, it doesn't make any difference on the performance of decision making parameter. So, this expert system will be helpful in future decision making scenario. So we can use the already existing pool of data, okay, for creating this kind of expert system. In data mining, we are having supervised learning, unsupervised learning, means supervised mining and unsupervised mining. Okay, then there are various algorithms, methodologies which we can use in supervised and unsupervised learning. But ultimately, whatever you will do, you people are going to implement a mathematical concept into this subject. Okay, so data mining, artificial intelligence, rather than data mining, we will say artificial intelligence. It is very closely related to the mathematics. Okay, because all the fundamentals of mathematics, statistics, okay, will be used over here. Now, let me tell you that what you people or which mathematical concepts are being used in data mining, or you can say machine learning subject. Okay, so vector space will be used. Okay, linear algebra will be used. Then solving the means system of linear equation will be also used in this. Okay, then the different kind of space, linear independence means statistical analysis will be useful over here. Okay, so metric space, vector space, linear algebra, okay, the different kind of mathematical feature space will be helpful to you in this subject. Now, this is an essential subject, so we will be focusing more on the sub-essential part of machine learning. Okay, now in this subject, what will happen? Once you will learn this subject, then you have to go in backward direction. Okay, backward direction means you should clear all your mathematical foundation fundamentals. Okay, because this subject will give you very simple idea about, or it will give you the idea about essential learning or essential technique for machine learning. Okay, but in basic mathematics, you have to learn all those things. Okay, now just a minute. Yes, so let's start. Let's get back to the topic. So there are various mathematical fundamentals that you should learn if you want to work in the domain of artificial intelligence. Okay, like let's say, let me write down some name in chat box. Okay, first one is mathematical analysis. Next is functional analysis. Next is algebra or linear algebra. Okay, next is statistics. Okay, now if you want to work in domain of let's say artificial intelligence, okay, then all four topic or you can say subject, whatever I have written, okay, in chat box, okay, you should be familiar with those domain, okay, because all the concept of machine learning will be belonging to this domain only. Here, mathematical analysis and functional analysis, those this both belongs to pure mathematics. Okay, pure mathematics. Like we are having core subject of programming in computer science engineering. So that same way, mathematical and functional analysis are pure mathematic branch. Okay, so you should learn this also. Okay, and then few more is vector and you can say metric space. Okay, where if I give you some non-definition, means non-thing or whatever you have learned, okay, then those things are, let's say, finding the eigenvalue, then finding the inverse of a matrix, okay, Gauss-Jordan, Gauss elimination method, So discrete mathematics. So those fundamental, those concepts will be useful to you in machine learning. So you should be familiar with those concepts or fundamentals. Now, what will be output of this course? Okay. So at the end of this course, you will be able to apply various machine learning technique on real world problem or to develop the AI based solution. Means you will be able to automate a task up to certain limit. Analyze and implement regression technique. Okay, so we will be focusing on prediction part. Okay, where we will use linear regression and non-linear regression. Then solve and implement solution of classification problem. So this is part of supervised learning. We will be focusing on supervised learning. Understand and implement the unsupervised learning. So in this part, we will be focusing on clustering. Okay, that how clustering can be helpful. Then generative adaptive networks are there, GAN. Okay, which will try to generate some pattern using the um, fast data. Okay, so we will be focusing on clustering over here. Okay, more thing we can explore later on. So let's start. What is the prerequisite for this course? Yes, I told you that first and most important concept will be basic linear algebra and probability theory. Then, including means you should be familiar with the algorithms. Okay, and then next is data structure. So, data structure, what is the need of data structure? Let me tell you. So, whenever you will deal with any machine learning problem, you have to store some you have to store data somewhere. Okay, but we cannot simply store it in form of matrix. So sometimes we have to store it in form of let's say tree graph. Okay, so at that time those concept of data structure will be helpful to us because let's say in terms of artificial in scenario of artificial neural network, okay, we will store the trained model in terms of graph. Okay, we will have multiple layer. Okay, and each layer will be represented using graph. Okay, so whenever you want to find out something new, okay, then or you want to predict or you want to classify, then you will give input to this graph. That will be feed forward graph. Okay, then it will give us the output. So, data structure will give you idea that what you should, which kind of structure, data structure you should use while you are preparing the model or while you are storing the data for training purpose. Now, let's have a look at the content of the syllabus. Okay, what you people are going to learn. So, introduction will start with the mathematics. Okay, so here we will be focusing on basic introduction to linear algebra. Okay, then the mathematical equation for machine learning, matrix, vectors in linear algebra. Okay, then the elementary row operation on matrix, Gauss elimination method, Gauss Jordan method. Okay, the vector space, vectors in linear algebra and vector space. We will be discussing vector space as well. So all these things we will learn in this part, okay? And uh, next, there will be machine learning. Okay, so before starting with the machine learning, okay, we should have idea that what is machine learning, which are the basic terminologies of machine learning. Okay, what is the application of machine learning? What is the difference between data mining and predictive analysis? Okay, or you can say data mining and machine learning tools, and which are the various techniques that we can use with the machine learning. So that we have to learn in second unit. Third unit, we will be learning types of machine learning, whether it is supervised learning, whether it is unsupervised learning, whether it is reinforcement learning, and machine learning life cycle. Okay, so here we will be discussing training, testing. So which are the various parts of machine learning life cycle? Okay, how we will train the algorithm and all those things. Next is supervised learning. So supervised learning, we will have classification and regression. Okay, so what is classification and what is regression. So classification we will use for classifying the object. Okay, so let's say in case of computer vision, if we are trying to detect if we are trying to detect any object, okay, for example, I will feed an image to neural network. So what neural network will do? It will identify various, you can say, object for us from the image. So, supervised learning. Now, classification will give us idea about classifying the object. Regression, in another word, we can say it is prediction. Okay, we will try to predict something. Okay, for example, every day we are getting weather forecasting. Okay, that tomorrow wind speed will be this much. Okay, there is a probability for rain. Okay, there will be fog or there will be heat wave. Okay, so how this kind of prediction is done? So it is done using regression. Okay, so regression means in prediction, we will learn that how we can prepare the model. Okay, then we will learn that what is the linear regression and then what is non-linear regression. Right. Okay. Then we will be going with the unsupervised reinforcement learning. So in that, just a minute. So here in unsupervised learning, what we will learn? In unsupervised learning, we will be working with the clustering. So the labels, training levels, testing level, object level, it is not known to us. Okay, but without learning how we can make our algorithm work. Okay, without any training data, without any training. Okay, how we can use uh, algorithm, or you can say learning mechanism, to learn the unknown samples. Okay, so here we will be focusing on k-means clustering, then hierarchical clustering, density-based clustering, and genetic algorithm. Now here, one of the most unique and very, you can say, very good, very powerful technique is genetic algorithm. Okay, so this is an entire domain of, you can say, soft computing, or you can say artificial intelligence, genetic algorithm. So this is the another very good and you can say very easy to understand topic from artificial intelligence. Okay, genetic algorithm. Last unit, basic of Python for ML. Okay, Python libraries for machine learning. So there we will be focusing on Keras. Okay, dataset, apply algorithm on dataset. So in dataset we already learned pandas. Okay, so we will be exploring more in pandas. Then we will apply algorithm on dataset. Okay, so we will see that how we can prepare the model from the dataset. Okay, and result analysis from the dataset means whether we want to go with the prediction, or we want to go with the let's say um classification. Okay, how to interpret the output of all these things, so that we will discuss. And then future scope of machine learning. So these are the things which we are going to learn in our syllabus. Now, which are the reference book? Okay, machine learning, probabilistic perspective, which is by Kevin Murphy. Okay, machine learning in Python and R for dummies. So this will be a practical implementation oriented book, and machine learning using Python. So Dinesh Kumar and Manoranjan Pradhan. So this book is also implementation oriented. This is a pure, you can say, conceptual book. Okay, we will see that what is the content in that book. So if you find it convenient, then you can start with that book. Okay. if you want to learn or if you want to explore something more. Now, let's move forward. Which are the suggested, which experiment we are going to perform? So here, we will be using some existing tool like Veka. Okay, so that Veka is, the tool is developed by University of Veka. Okay, it is from New Zealand. So that university has developed the data analysis tool, and it is open source, so you can download it and then you can load data set into that, and then you can perform some supervised and supervised learning, data visualization. So all those things they have given. Then we will be discussing few more tool like Orange is there. Okay, Rapid Binary is there. So we will be exploring some more tool into that. Okay, then we will be discussing that which are the various useful package in machine learning, which are the various library. So there we will be focusing on eras. Okay, so from third experiment onwards, we will be working on the eras. Next, we will be working on how to download the dataset and how to load it into our environment. So in previous semester, we have worked with, let's say, CSV file and Excel. Okay, so here we will try to explore some more different kind of data. Okay, now next is we will be learning that how we can create the training and testing data set. Okay, so that we will see. Then we will try to implement linear regression model. We will try to create our own linear regression model. So that we will implement. Then we will implement K-means algorithm. Okay, so this will be from this experiment. Last second experiment will be from unsupervised learning. Okay, and at the last, we will be implementing linear regression algorithm in any data set. Okay, so this is the content what that we are going to cover. Now, let's have a look at the component, various component of your evaluation. So we will have end semester exam for 50 marks, mid semester exam for 30 marks, 20 marks for internal component. Here, I will give you a course at a course which will be free. So you have to enroll into that course and then you have to complete that course. So your 20 mark will be evaluated from this. Then we will have 25 marks for Viva and 25 marks for term work. So total 150 marks will be there. Total 150 marks will be there. So these are the all things that we are going to cover or we are going to learn in this subject. If anybody is having any doubt in whatever we have discussed till now, okay, then you can ask me. All of you clear? If you are having any sub question related to subject that what will be covered in this subject or how we are going to implement all these things, okay, then you can ask me. So I will clear it out. Yes. So all of you are clear with this. Okay. And now let me show you the book, reference book, okay, and what they have given into that book. I will also show you some more book which are related to the, you can say, machine learning or deep learning, machine learning and deep learning. Okay, so let me show you that what we are going to learn. Mm, I will show you two, three good books which you can refer. Okay, and those books are supers. Those books are very super for, you can say, machine learning and artificial intelligence related domain. Okay, so let me show you simply those books. Mm, okay, so let me share a window with you so you can have idea. Okay, my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the first book, Machine Learning, a probabilistic perspective. So here you can have a look at the index. Okay, what they have mentioned. They will start with the introduction, probability, then generative model for discrete data, Gaussian model, Bayesian statistics, frequent statistics, linear regression, logistic regression, generalized linear model, and exponential family, then directed graphical method, means Bayes network, mixture model, and EM algorithm, then latent linear model, sparse linear model, kernel, Gaussian process, adaptive basis function model. Okay. Then Markov and hidden Markov model, then state space model, undirected graphical model, exact inference for graphical model, variational inference, more variational inference. Inference is a very good topic to study, okay, because inferencing is it is used everywhere. Okay, it will be very it is kind of a transfer learning. Okay, it is kind of a transfer learning, or you can say using the existing knowledge for predicting something new. So inference is a very good topic that you should study. Then more variational inference, then Monte Carlo inference, then Markov chain Monte Carlo, then clustering, graphical model, latent variable model for discrete data, and then there will be deep learning. Okay, at present deep learning is a very hot topic. Okay, in terms of technology. Let me show you something exceptional. This is another book, Learning with Kernel, Support Vector Machine, Regularization, Optimization, and beyond. Okay, but before going into that, let me show you that from where they are starting. Okay, so if you can see in introduction also, let me show you introduction. Okay, if you look at the introduction, then you can see you will find lots of mathematical symbol. Okay, mathematical terminology everywhere. Here you can see. So they have given some common example. This is the example of object detection or face detection. This is the example of regression. Okay, so in introduction, they have given all this in. Okay, and if you will start with the next chapter, then you can see they have started with mathematics. Okay, so in reality, I will tell you that artificial intelligence is equals to mathematics. Okay, so you should be familiar or you should be sound with the mathematics. Okay, let me tell you, um, you can work in industry by learning the libraries and using already implemented programs. Okay, but in real life scenario, whenever you want to create something new, you want to work in a new domain, you are working with the unknown data set. So in that case, only the concept of those algorithms on all those techniques will be helpful to you. Okay, so at that time, this mathematics will be very helpful. So most of time we try to avoid the mathematics, okay, but this is the subject of mathematics, okay, and it will give you very clear and cut idea about the internal working of library implemented algorithm. Okay, so this is just starting, okay, and lots of things will be there in this part. This is the one of the most advanced topic in you can say machine learning. This topic actually this kernel, okay, this part you can implement in any machine learning algorithm. Okay, neural network is there, support vector machine is there, Naive base, anywhere you can use kernel. Okay, this kernel will improve your efficiency. Okay, let's say if your algorithm is not giving you proper output or proper, let's say, or expected efficiency, like 80% or 90%. In that case, you can map your data from one mathematical feature space to another mathematical feature space. Okay, but how you will map it? Okay, so kernel will help you to bring data from one mathematical space into another mathematical space. It will simply transform the data. So it may happen that in many cases it has been observed that if you will bring data into the higher dimension, then it will be more separable. More separable means higher accuracy of training algorithm or model. Okay, whatever you are just trying to train. So this is also a good book. This book is from MIT, okay, and it is published only one time. And this is purely based on mathematical analysis and functional analysis. Something more. Foundation, element of causal inference. Okay, means how to use your experience to predict something. So foundation and learning algorithm. Okay, so this is purely based on statistics. You can see probability theories, regression, classifier, learning theory. Okay, causal modeling and learning. Okay, what is probabilistic reasoning, statistical learning, causal reasoning. So how to use this reasoning and learning in real life scenario. Okay, so this is also a good book. Okay, if you want to refer, if you want to learn in deep, and this is the one of the best book for deep learning. Okay, now normally what happens that I will whenever I will search for any book, let me tell you that how I have selected this book. So whenever I want to search any book, okay, I will go to the uh, public forum. Okay, public forum like Quora is there, Stack Overflow is there. Okay, and then there many people have asked those kind of questions. Okay, like us. So from those answers, I got this book. Okay, most of time you won't find this book in any university curriculum. Okay, because this book are purely mathematical. Okay, so this is a good book for deep learning. Okay, if you want to work with the latest or you can say current trend of artificial intelligence, that is deep learning. Okay, then you should focus on this book. And this is known as, you can say, Bible of AI, neural network and learning machine. Okay, by Simon Hikes. If you want to learn machine learning and all those things, okay, then you go with this. Okay, this is the one of the best book which will be helpful to you in machine learning. We have started with the neural network, simple neural network. And what is Rosenwald perceptron? Then model building through regression. Okay. Then list mean square algorithm, multi-layer perceptron, kernel method, and radial basis function network, RBN, radial basis network. Support vector machine. Okay, this is also a good option. This support vector machine, this algorithm work very best with the numerical data where you don't want to find with where you don't want to work with the images. Okay, support vector machine give you very good result, very good accuracy. Regularization theory. Generalization means here various network and various models you will use, you will study. Then principal component analysis. Which component are more important in your data set? Okay, which component you should focus or you should use for the model training, and which component you should ignore. Okay, if there is any interrelation between component, okay, then this principal component analysis will give you all this detail. Then self-organizing map. Okay, this is the area which is not yet explored. Okay, that much. So if you can, if you like, if you want to work with AI and if you want to contribute something new in this field, okay, then this is a good place. Self-organization map, SOM. Okay, SOM. So this is almost similar to neural network. Okay, but the working methodology is quite different. Next is information theoretic learning model, then stochastic method rooted in statistical mechanics, dynamic programming. This is also good option. Okay, the neurodynamic combination of dynamic programming and the neural network, Bayesian filtering, dynamically driven recurrent network. Okay, so lots of things are there. So in short, or in very simple word, what I can say that in terms of artificial intelligence, sky is the limit. Okay, in short, there is no limit. So whatever you want to explore, you can explore. And at present, you are at the stage of the at stage of your life where you can spend more time on learning, which will be eventually helpful to you in industry. Okay, so this is all about you can say book. Okay, one more book is that an introduction to genetic algorithm. Okay, this entire book is written for genetic algorithm, and it is from MIT Press. Now, let me tell you something more. Yes, Raj, your question is that from which book? So they have said that we will be referring in syllabus subject. They have mentioned that we will be using Murphy, Kevin P. Murphy. Okay, but if you will try to refer to this book, it will be very difficult for you. Okay, so uh, we will have lots of mathematical and numerical example on this. Okay, there is one good book like good book name is Hanan Kember. Okay, data mining and data mining techniques by Hanan Kember. So in that book, they have given the introduction of all topic in very well or in very well manner. So this is what we are going to learn in this subject. Okay, I'm showing you all these things because if you are having if you are having interest, okay, then you can explore more in terms of machine learning or you can say data mining, deep learning, all those things. Okay, but one very important thing is that you should be sound in mathematics. Okay, because mathematics will be helpful to you in terms of understanding the concept of or understanding the implementation of these algorithms. Clear, all of you? Yes, I will upload it, no problem. We will be starting with the machine learning after you can say after the completion of first unit. Okay, so for upcoming 3 week, we will have session from Chetan sir. Okay, Chetan sir. Chetan sir will teach you. Chetan sir or Vipul sir will teach you those mathematical concept and topics. Okay, which we are going to use in machine learning. Clear, all of you? Okay. Now, any other doubt if you are having, if you want to ask, okay, then you can ask. Okay. So now this subject is not limited by the teacher. Okay. Now this subject, learning in this subject will be limited by yourself. Okay, you people can explore as per your capacity, and then you can work as per your interest. Okay, because from here onwards, let me tell you, you people will be working the optimization problem. Optimization problem is the kind of problem where there is no fixed solution. Okay, there will be different strategies that you have to use for finding some good answer. Okay, there is not any best answer. Okay, but there are lots of good answers. So you have to work as per your interest, and you have to explore the various part of this subject. Okay, this will be just essential part in terms of machine learning. Clear, all of you? Yes. Okay, so I hope nobody is having any doubt in this.